Hello, people out there. How you doing this morning, this evening, this afternoon, wherever you're at in the world? Hello, this is Kareem Jackson. You're live on the set, and welcome to the Minimalist CEO podcast, you guys. The Diary of a Minimalist CEO series. I'm Kareem Jackson. You're live. The show starts actually in about 5 minutes. We're talking about start small, you guys. You know, and starting begins with the way that you think, the way that you are. So we want you to think small because we're not talking to the big boys. If you're successful, you're a baller, you're a shot caller, we are not talking to you. We're talking to the 40 million, 100 million globally out there that have lost their jobs, lost their livelihoods, and they are wondering what to do. And all of the noise, all of the videos out there always show bling bling and big money and $1 billion, all these things, but it's overwhelming. It's enamoring. It's mind-boggling, but we want to give an insight that most entrepreneurs do not. So share this, you guys. Like this, send it to your friends, someone that needs to hear this, because we're talking about that's just YouTube, that's just TV, that's just make believe, or that's just showing you the positive outcomes. Every entrepreneur, we really think small. We start from where we're at right now. And then if we decide, we go big. But for millions and millions and millions of entrepreneurs around the world, 80% of entrepreneurs or more, they make less than $1 million a year. So we're talking about those guys, because people out there with no jobs, no ambition, no sense of what to do. Entrepreneurship is not all about getting rich. It can be about replacing your job. It can start with the small minimum wage goal. So anyway, you guys, Kareem Jackson live on the set. Like this, share this, send this to a friend of yours that wants to hear it. The show starts in about 5 minutes. So stay here, you guys. Stay tuned. Hope you guys can hear me. Hope you guys hear my voice. Hope things sound good to you out there. But you guys, share this with a friend. Get back in here. We start in 5 minutes talking about how you can think small, how you can grow it, right? How you can begin from where you are at. So understand that. Just understand that's the most important thing. And I think that a lot of us entrepreneurs out here, we don't tell you about this stuff. We don't tell you about the small stuff, about how we began. We tell you that we were broke or in a car or homeless, but we don't tell you how it was for us, how it really started. And I'm talking about that today, live on the set, you guys. So hope you guys are doing well. Share this, like this with your friends, you guys. Send this out. Show this to whoever it is. It's our live video recorded, podcast, you guys. So this is where we're talking all about what we are doing, how we're trying to begin, how we're trying to show everything that we're doing, how we're trying to begin to start again. And people out there need to hear this. So we're talking about that today. So if you've got a friend out there that lost their job, lost their business, lost their livelihoods, then you want to make sure that they get this link, they share this link, they can be part of the conversation. This is for our live recorded podcast, you guys. You can get this over at cremantonio.com, or you can jump on this and you can hear it from actually Apple Podcasts, Google Podcast, and Spotify, all over the place, wherever you get your podcasts. You can hear the playback version of this. But today, you guys, Minimalist CEO, Diary of a Minimalist CEO, you guys, this episode today is all about think small. That's what we're talking about today. The secret that you never hear about on YouTube or Facebook or any of those channels. This is the secret to how we really make things happen, how we really succeed. This is how we do it. And I wanted to make sure that you guys saw this, understood this, and all that great stuff. So I want to have this episode today. So you guys grab your coffee, grab a snack, grab whatever you need to feel comfortable. And you guys, the show starts in 5 minutes. So you can come on right back. Hey, you guys, Kareem Jackson, you are live on the set, and I'm going to take you around the world with me. My dream as a minimalist CEO, turning my clients' dreams into reality is what I do, showing that success is truly for everyone. Hey, you guys, I've got new shows weekly. Stay tuned and live your best life.
this business? What 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 this business?
Welcome, you guys. Welcome back. I appreciate you guys being here. I'm so glad that you're here. It's Kareem Jackson. You're live on the set, and I help woke entrepreneurs, you guys, to minimalize their cluttered lifestyles, to outsource their business processes, to make more money, more profits, and live their dream life while they do it, baby. That is what we do over here at K & Co. But today I wanted to have a serious conversation with my people out there. Share this, you guys. Like this, send to your friends, because someone out there that you know who doesn't have a job, their business is collapsing, the world is sinking in around them, they need to hear this episode, okay? They need to hear this, because this may not be what you hear on YouTube. This may not be what you think is inspirational. And my office, my team, you guys, they've been fighting me on this subject. This subject today it's touchy around here at the office today. This subject is real. This is one thing I really feel in my heart. It's what led me to leave the States a decade ago to become a minimalist CEO and to outsource everything and get everything away from me to where I could really focus on the things that I love to do with my company, where I got overwhelmed when I was having 100 people working with me, 10,000 square foot office spaces in downtown Kansas City, USA. And why I walked away is because I understood this. And that was 10 years ago, right after the 2008 recession. And now, you guys, the world has found themselves in the middle of what again with the pandemic? People are losing their jobs. People are closing their companies. People do not know what they're going to do. America is the country most hit. My country is the most hit country out there. So this conversation, if you are listening and you're a baller, if you're living around the world, if you got a Bentley in the garage and no worries at all, then you may want to turn this one off. It's only going to frustrate you because these are secrets that we don't want, that you don't want them to know, that we know. Deep in our hearts, every entrepreneur, every executive CEO, every founder, anyone who's made $1 million or more knows this. And this secret is what we're talking about today. We're talking about this because I believe it's time to let the cat out the bag because people are starving in my country, not where I live right now. We're live, by the way, on the set, you guys. We're live here from the bungalow, the Writers Retreat in the Philippines Islands. You guys, a big shout out to my family in the Philippines Islands. A big shout out to my team all around the world. A big shout out to my team here at K&Co. Hello, you guys. Julius, good morning. Erickson, good morning. Joel, good morning. Helen, everybody out there, if you're here, good morning. This right here is something that most bling bling entrepreneurs on YouTube do not want you to hear because it doesn't sell freaking books. It doesn't sell seats in the freaking seminar. This is not what most folks want to hear about. But at the end of the day, this is the truth. And when I get into it, you're going to know I'm preaching the truth to you. And if you're feeling right now, or you have friends or family that are feeling down right now, understand this. This episode they need to hear. Because if you look at TV and YouTube and everywhere, it looks like to be an entrepreneur, to be in your own in America, by the way, I'll explain this later, in America, in the West, in Europe, not around the world, not in Africa, not in Asia, not in the Eastern Rim, not in any third world country, any second world country, in the West. You think that you got to be a bling bling shot caller to be in business. You think that's what it's all about. So you don't even get into it. If you can't make $1 million, if you can't be the next, the next Facebook, the next Tyler Perry, the next, Supreme, you don't even get in the game. But you sit here and you eat in restaurants. You buy from stores. You go to gas stations. You get online. You know friends. You know people around you all over the place that are not Elon Musk. But they do have a business that sustains them and they do not need a job. And right now, if you don't have a job and you're in America, 40 million people. They need to hear the truth, you guys. Don't distract with these funnels and $1 million versions and all this crap. These folks need to know, how can I replace my McDonald's job, my mall job, my office job? How can I do that? I have pre-existing conditions. How do I not go to the office and work from home? How do I become a gig entrepreneur? How do I become remote entrepreneur? That's the truth. And the truth of it is, we all know this, you guys, and we don't tell them because we hold it hostage, the information, so that you got to come pay $10 or $500 for my seminar and my ebook for you to understand this. We make it so big and so high and so expensive and so time consuming, and so everything must be sacrificed for you to be an entrepreneur. And all this is against you. That people, the regular day people in America and the West, nowhere else in the world, but in America and the West, they don't even know. They can't even understand how to make a small living for themselves without a job now. The industry, the industrial revolution in America has ruined the entrepreneur class. It has made it so elite that people who now find themselves homeless right now don't even know how to get into the game of entrepreneurship to feed their family. They rather stand in line for 8 hours for free food than go 8 hours on their hustle. That's how they just don't know what to do. Everything in America is geared toward work. But anyway, we're getting into that, you guys, today. So send this to your family, your friends, your people out there. We're talking about this right now, you guys. The topic today is think small. The secret that you never hear about on their YouTube channels, baby. Okay? Think small. That is the secret to successful entrepreneurship. Anyway, you guys, we'll be right back. Grab your snack. Go grab something to eat. Go get you some drinks, some whatever it is. Go get you some yak. If you're in America, it's nighttime, and join me. But come right back here. We've got to pay some bills. We have some fantastic sponsors. My new ebook is out, you guys. Why don't you grab a copy of that? But right now, you guys, go ahead and grab a snack and come right on back.
Having a good time, people? You're live on the set with Kareem Jackson. Go grab a snack and come on back.
Hey, you guys, Kareem Jackson, you were live on the set. I've got some news to tell you. 10 years ago, I left California, USA on the beach, and I got on a plane. I went to the tropics, and I reinvented myself. I wanted to turn my dreams into reality. I had a great time, great friend. I published magazines, books. I meditated. I sipped coconuts, you guys. I had tattoo competition, weekly shows, and I want you guys to know I sat down, and I wanted to write step by step how I did it. How did I get free? How did I outsource everything? How did I get to where I could run my company from my laptop? And now I finished it. It is done. My new book, you guys, Outsource Everything, is out now. I finished it. I'm telling you all about how I gained my freedom, how I live in the tropics next to the beach in a beautiful lifestyle, and I still run my business. I outsource everything. My new ebook, it's out now, you guys. It's available right now, you guys. I made it to where freedom is here for you. You can get the same freedom that I did. It's totally possible, and it's totally doable, and this has never been a better time than to do it. Grab my new ebook, Outsource Everything, on Google Play and the App Store, you guys. And of course, creamantonio.com/my ebook. Outsource Everything. Outsource Everything, How to Be a Minimalist CEO by Kareem Jackson. An introduction for small business owners and entrepreneurs. Presented by K&Co America and the Chunkston Group. To break free. Oh my God, you guys are still here. Hey, okay, you guys, I'm so glad you're still here. I'm so glad you stuck around to the end because I want to show you some more about my book. I'm so excited about this. Outsource Everything, out now, you guys. It's out now. Go grab it. On my website, you guys, creamantonio.com. You can go to the App Store, any of these places, and go grab it. I want you to sit down, ponder this, and think about, why do I have the stress I have? Why am I working so hard? Why am I a slave to my business? Why do I not have more freedom? There's folks all over the world looking that can outsource to you. I'm going to introduce you to this, tell you why you don't need that new car, you don't need that bling bling, you don't need that house right now. Outsource everything. Get free. What good is that money? What good is all that fame and fortune if you are working every day like it's a job? Freedom is here. It's here for you, you guys. Grab my ebook, you guys. Outsource Everything. Google Play, the App Store, and of course, creamantonio.com/my ebook. Go grab it, you guys.
Three, two, one. We are live. Hello, world. Success is for everyone, baby. You're live on the set with Kareem Jackson. Yes, let's go. Let's go.
Hello, everyone. Again, this is Kareem Jackson. Kareem Antonio Jackson. Kareem Antonio Jackson. Kareem Jackson. Kareem Antonio Jackson. You are live. You are live. You are live. You are back live. You are live, and you are live on the set. 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 And I want to thank you so much for being here. You are going to love what we have in store for you this year. Wait till you see it. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Welcome back, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys, all of you live out there in YouTube land, Facebook land, LinkedIn land, creamantonio.com. How are you? We have a great topic today, you guys. This has been a controversial thing I'm telling you, my office is an uproar about this because everyone says, oh my God, think big, all this great stuff. Everything that you see about nowadays, not so much in the beginning, not so much 50 years ago, but nowadays it's all about money and Bentleys and being rich. And that's the only reason you must get into entrepreneurship or become a business owner, because you want to get rich. That's it. But nowadays, I'm talking to my friends back home in America, you guys. I see the news, I see on Facebook, I see what's going on, and it is so saddening for me right now to see what's going on in my home country. It's very sad for me. And I think a lot of you folks that are abroad, you guys don't understand this, that in America, where I'm from, my home country, the number one country in America and in the world, the richest country on earth, maybe ever, supposedly. But it matters on what you call rich, but that's another show for another time. But there are thousands of people every day in food pantry lines, millions of people without jobs, tens of millions, by the way, tens of millions out there that are being evicted right now, thrown out of their homes. I know my viewers out here in the Philippines, in the West, in Asia, throughout Africa, you can't imagine what that means. It's one thing being poor or from a third world country. Another thing, thinking you are rich, and then now you have no home. You have no food. You're in the welfare line, the pantry line, the church food line. Your water's off. Your electric is off. It's winter time. There's no heat in your house. This is about real talk today, you guys. This is the diary of a Minimalist CEO. This is where I can get real and I can really talk to you. If you're rich, you're successful, then turn this off. This is not for you. This episode specifically says think small. This is what we're talking about. Because I want to tell all these folks out here the secret to this today. Because I think it's a secret that we all carry to our grave. It's kind of a code with entrepreneurs, CEOs. You always hear about after we did it, right? Because we're alone during the process. You're not homeless with your homies. Not in America. Maybe out in the third world country you are. You can stand by with the throat. You're alone. You're not an alcoholic with your friends. You're an alcoholic in a closet alone. You're not sitting with no heat in your house right now with your friends. You're by yourself, with your family, with your loved one. If you're lucky, if you're blessed. But most of us go through it all alone. And you think that you can't do something or be something or start something because you can't think small. You can't be crisis management. You can't be hustle mentality, poor mentality. You can't do that. You got to go for something that's going to make you supreme money. You got to get the bling bling. Fake it till you make it. And that's the biggest falsehood of business, because we know that if you're focused on bling bling, you're going to buy from us. Of course, we want you to focus on bling, but you think these celebrities, real celebrities, are paying for the cars they drive? Come on, now they might pay for something they really want, but they have enough free shit too, believe me. You think that Paris Hilton and all these girls are just promoting this stuff because it's really good? It's really, truly good? No. That's not the case. That's not the case at all. And some of you guys out there are skeptics. I know. You don't believe me. You're thinking, oh my God, this guy, he's talking shit. It's not about thinking small, about thinking big. You know? Remember, it's think and grow rich. Think is first. But we always forget that. We focus on the rich. Right? It's be, do, have. Have is last. We got to be first. We focus on what we have. They tell you subtly, but they don't focus on that because that's not what sells tickets. This right here, I want to show you guys this. I want you guys to hear this, because those of you that think about their BSing you, this is the reality in my country. This is the reality.
The deal falls far short of what tenant advocates and small landlords were hoping for, but it does bring some relief to tenants who were unable to pay their rent since the pandemic hit in March. The deal turns missing rent from between March and August 31st into civil debt, meaning they can't be the basis for an eviction. but it also requires that tenants pay at least 25% of their rent between now and February, even if they still have no income and their unemployment insurance can't cover that amount. Grace Martinez, a tenant advocate with the group ACE, says this will lead to an overwhelming amount of eviction cases working their way through housing courts, while the pandemic has not in the least subsided among low-income communities.
With this pandemic raging and where people are at risk of just being exposed, and this is not going to help stop the spread. And I think there's, a lot of concerns for just people's health, and also, where are they going to live at this point?
A recent study found that over 40% of California's renters are currently unable to pay their full rent and are at risk of eviction. Instead of a blanket moratorium on evictions, which would avoid worsening California's homelessness crisis, Martinez says that the burden will now fall on tenants to provide paperwork and proof of how the pandemic has impacted them financially. For the most part, tenants will represent themselves in court.
Are there enough lawyers in order that on the tenant side that will actually be able to go to bat for them? And the answer is no.
The city of San Diego has an eviction moratorium in place until September 30th, but the state's housing courts will reopen tomorrow for the first time in months, meaning that eviction cases that precede the moratorium and evictions where tenants are unable to prove sufficiently in court that they've been impacted by the pandemic will be allowed to move ahead. Advocates fear that California's homelessness crisis, already dire before the pandemic, will somehow worsen even further. Max Nadler, KPBS News.
Thank you, KPBS News. I appreciate that. But you guys, that's reality where I'm from. That's it. I don't care what you see on YouTube. I don't care what you hear about anywhere. That's reality. So our company, as you guys know, K&Co, CreamAntonio.com, you guys, during the pandemic, we went and instead of pushing to charge more, to go upscale and to get higher clients, we launched a food products for small business entrepreneurs, like $350 websites, which got a lot of ridicule because usually our websites are 3 times that amount. But we knew there were small business folks out there at that time that needed help, that needed it. We gave away 500, I think, free listings in one of our magazines in the Philippines Islands. We gave away a lot of pro bono to clients of ours that we've had that just were struggling, that couldn't pay their bills. We came out with an ebook campaign for experts to bear $1,000, less than $1,000, and they had an ebook because a lot of people out there that had books or that were stuck in their homes or had professions, they had no way to reach people and to become digital. It was too expensive. Another program for magazines that are trying to go digital or from paper, just couldn't figure it out. Whether there were huge magazines and small magazines, we came out with programs to help them out as well. And I got ridiculed in my circle, you guys. People in my industry didn't want me to do that. They didn't like that. They didn't want it to be where, it's harder for you. You're dealing with more people. But at the end of the day, now it's even worse. Now it's not about the small business entrepreneurs anymore. Now it's about the people that work for us, that work for you. So if you guys are here, thank you very much. I appreciate you guys. I see you guys here watching me live. I'm Angela. You're in Austin, Texas. Thank you very much. I'm Julius in the Philippines Islands. You guys, thank you very much. You guys, this is the Minimalist CEO podcast, the diary of a Minimalist CEO. This is where I get real and tell you guys all the things that I can't tell you on my regular podcast or my regular shows or in my movies or in my videos or my shows or my magazines, because it doesn't sell. I'm not going to sell a magazine by saying, basic entrepreneurs on the cover. It's not going to work. People want to hear about minority success, bling. They want to hear about all these. They want to hear about the end result of the 1, 2, 5% of the world. But right now, we need to focus on the 90, 95%, because right now, if we don't have those 90, 95%, all of us entrepreneurs and CEOs and executives, that stock market is going to crash. You know it now. And people are struggling. People are out here really, really struggling. So today's episode, you guys, is all about that. That's what we're talking about. So make sure that you guys are telling your friends, sharing this with them, because we're going to really get into it here. And I want to give you a little caveat to how I came up with this. This right here, you may not like Ivanka Trump. You may not care about the Trumps at all. But Ivanka Trump got this right. It was totally, the critics were correct in them thinking that it was out of touch. It was totally out of touch. But I will say this, it's true. It's true. Let me give you a showcase of what Ivanka Trump said. I think this was a couple of months ago, but now it's more relevant now than before about their new campaign that they have. And now that they've lost the election, this campaign, I'm sure, is going to be huge because now there's tens of millions of people in America that are facing this right now. And it's definitely time for something new. But I want to have you hear Ivanka Trump tell it herself.
As part of our Pledge to America's Workers initiative, today we launched findsomethingnew.org. You have to check it out. It's amazing for workers and students of all ages and backgrounds. It showcases the different pathways that exist to career success that don't require a traditional 2 or 4-year college degree. Really an incredible website, so I encourage you to check it out, findsomethingnew.org.
I know what you're thinking. I need a job.
I need a new career.
Well, I've been there.
I've been there.
I've been there. I wasn't happy with what I was doing.
After high school, I didn't have a plan.
I just wanted to start working.
I got laid off twice, but you gotta keep going.
You just need the right skills. Find an apprenticeship.
I found a 2-year IT program.
I found a medical course online.
I'm now a consultant in the tech space.
You have more options than you think. You can do this.
You will find something.
You will find something new.
So tell me that was not right on, you guys. Tell me it wasn't right on. Tell me she did not know what the hell she was talking about, what the hell they were doing. And now a lot of those folks out there, we own companies. We know who they are. We're the ones who've laid off the 40 million people. We know who they are. We know that we're the ones who are doing the evictions. We know who they are. So today you guys are talking about think small, the 2021 mindset, new normal. And without further ado, we are talking about it. We are ready. We are here, you guys. Because let me tell you this. Too often, we as entrepreneurs and CEOs portray and are bombarded with success stories. When people think of us, they imagine this brave, audacious underdog against all odds, rich and flashy figure. But that is not the truth for most of us. And all of us, when we start deep down inside, you know, when we get on this crazy roller coaster called entrepreneur life, we know the truth of it. We know what we're in for. But most people out there don't, or they fear it. That's why they never do it. That's the only reason I can imagine folks that settle for a small low-end job that they hate when they could go out there and sell Mary Kay online and make more money sometimes. You've actually got to be some kind of insane to be an entrepreneur, actually. The magazines call it passionate, visionary, tenacious. The truth is, it is seriously crazy. But let me tell you a secret. The inside truth, not what we say to sell seminar tickets and ebooks. You already heard the drum roll. Think small. Small circles, small businesses, small networks. Success is a lonely city, people. Take advantage of this new normal to minimalize, shed the shit, cut the fat, and streamline your life. And for many entrepreneurs, ballers, and shot callers, that's what it's all about. Making money and controlling your own destiny is what it is all about. But truth of it, most, and I think maybe even over 80% of us are not like Bill Gates or Oprah or Tyler Perry, Elon Musk, and we have no desire to be. Zero. None. 80% of true entrepreneurs are small business entrepreneurs, sole proprietors, mom and pop shops, and they are the lifeblood of every economy on earth. And we know that now with COVID. We woke up to that in COVID, especially in America. They are the economy. They are the market. That's the stock market exchanges. They live and die by these small business entrepreneurs, but they wouldn't admit it. And yet we never have heard of them, nor do we ever celebrate them. We don't appreciate or even notice them. Think about this. There is no entrepreneur day or small business day. There's no like tax-free day or week. Nope, none until now. In this new normal, the entire world woke up to the importance of them in society. Small business entrepreneurs I'm talking about. America was forced to give trillions of US dollars to the people because of the effects of their piss poor handling of the pandemic. And now there's even more money and patronage around the world for these everyday micro, small entrepreneurs and business owners. We know the value of them right now. Many of you left your corporate jobs and now you're working for the neighborhood guy that happens to be open. Many of you didn't get paid by the corporate folks that filed bankruptcy or didn't pay their bills or cancel their contracts, but now small business entrepreneurs, they're the ones buying the gas. They're the ones getting the online. They're the ones buying the funnels. They're the ones buying the logos, everything. Truth is, success is life. I mean, how about I say this? I've reinvented myself. I found myself. I was there. A neighbor of mine committed suicide. I tell this story a lot. Twice he committed suicide. Well, tried to commit suicide twice. The second time he succeeded. The first time I thought he had an accident. I pulled him from a burning car on our street. So he was literally trying to commit suicide on his street. A week later, they found him hanging in his home, which is around the corner from my home, dead. Lost his business, lost his income, lost his wife. His kids came home for the weekend with dad. I guess they were separated, and he was hanging from the ceiling in his home. Truth is, success in life is not about money. Put that through your head. Money is an outcome of things you do correctly. Money is just a tool to achieve the things that we need, we want, and we aspire to have in this life. We cannot take money with us, nor can we buy it with love with it or freedom. You can't. I've tried. Believe me. Why do you think poor people are less likely to commit suicide than rich people? Why do you think people in a third world country are less likely to kill themselves or overdose or use whatever those, synthetic drugs that, white people use than anyone in the richest nation on earth, America? Why? And being an entrepreneur is a rite of passage for being children of God. No one has to give you entrepreneurship. No one has to teach you entrepreneurship. No one can hold you back from your hustle. I know that may sound deep. This is not a religious channel. I know that. But I am a firm believer in God. I'm a firm believer in blessing. I'm a firm believer that I am blessed and things happen for me the way that they should. I believe things that are for me are for me. That's why I do me. But remember, Jesus was an entrepreneur. Moses was an entrepreneur, and so on and so on and so on. Just read the Bible. You'll see. Read any history book. Gandhi, he didn't work at Sprint or AT&T. Martin Luther King, he didn't work at Walmart. He wasn't an executive of GlaxoSmithKline. He was an entrepreneur. He owned a not-for-profit church and other things. With over 100 million people around the world jobless, over 40 million of them in the United States, my hometown, that video that I showed that you heard, that is California. That is my area. I've got friends that are evicted. With over 11 million families in the United States being affected by COVID-19, 11 million, and nearly 300,000 of them are facing death of a loved one. This year, not over the last 5 years, this year. But let's forget about the emotional side, how you feel, because you don't have time to feel anything. I've got friends who have family that have died. They have no time to feel, to mourn. You know why? Because there's funeral costs, income loss, medical bills, and around 20 million evictions rolling out in America right now. This is mind-boggling to me. So I think it's time for us to let the rest of the world, they need to be let in on a little secret. I think that it's time for all entrepreneurs out there. I don't care how rich you are or how poor you are. If you're an entrepreneur and you are surviving, it's time for you to pull away the curtain and to look behind the scenes of every business and entrepreneur in the world, especially back home in the United States. We need more small business entrepreneurs in this world, not more employees, people. You know that's true. That's the issue right now. The secret is that most and maybe all true entrepreneurs actually think small. We dream big. We vision big. We have big goals, but we think small. That is our power. Before you guys cuss me out, this is where my office lost me, y'all. I'm going to break this down. I'm going to break this out for you. Don't worry about it. I'm going to explain to you how we think small. But then the day, you guys, this is the truth. This is what I want you to understand. This is what I want you to see. But of course, you know how it is, y'all. I got to pay some bills. We got folks here that want to get their stuff heard. And of course, you're live on the set with Kareem Jackson. And here we actually love to showcase those who support us, because we are so grateful with these people. We are so amazed what they showcase. They've supported us. Some of these folks, they've been supporting us for over a year. But you guys right now, if you guys are here locally in the Philippines right now, you get a big discount off this company right here. This is someone that has been doing great things, wonderful things all through COVID. They support the community. These folks are wonderful. After this break, you guys, we're going to be right back, and we're going to continue this conversation. We're going to continue this because I want you guys to grab this, because I want to explain to you what I'm talking about. We'll be right back.
Having a good time, people. You're live on the set with Kareem Jackson. Go grab a snack and come on back.
What's up, you guys? Kareem Jackson live on the set for Budokan Lifestyle Magazine, and we are live here, you guys. Budokan, the quarantine is like semi-lifted, right? So you in your car, you cruising, and you need you an oil change. You've got to get your car right, you guys. We have one of the 500 best of Budokan, best favorite things, rapidly, you guys. MacArthur Highway, they have such great service, you guys. They're one of our 500 favorite of Budokan, 100 best of Budokan. They're one of our favorite places to go, and check it out, you guys. We were here. It is so nice, so fresh, so clean. Rapidly Express, you guys. They're located on MacArthur Highway, you guys. Get your car oil change done, and guess what, you guys? It's only 899 pesos. So no worry, less than 1,000 pesos. Look at these reviews, you guys. Don't believe us. Maui said it, Ned said it, Ken said it, Daniel said it, Carr said it, Carol said it, Ponce said it. Everyone says that this place is so awesome. 0945-369-0888. You guys, 899 pesos. Rapidly, you guys. Go check them out. But hey, COVID-19, we got you covered, you guys. You're in that car. How do you know it's clean? How do you know it's disinfected? How do you know that your kids are safe? Your employees are safe? Roll down to this place for 249 pesos, you guys. Rapidly will disinfect your car. 0945-369-0888,
What
you guys.
For?
Hey, local small business owners, entrepreneurs, and celebrities. Hey, you guys, I've got a secret to tell you. Go get that promo. Check this out. K&Co has a new website promo for $350. That's just 15,000 pesos, and your small business can have a fantastic website. You know how the guys are beating you out there, how they're getting customers, how they're online. Despite anything, they can keep going. They can still reach customers. People can still buy, see their stuff. Here, you guys, I've got the secret. They can still do it because they're reaching their clients online with their fantastic website. The promo, you guys, is just 15,000 pesos, $350. You can showcase your products and reach the world. Go get that promo. Say
3, 2, 1. We are live. Hello, world. Success is for everyone, baby. You're live on the set with Kareem Jackson. Yes, let's go.
Well, thank you very much, you guys. Welcome back. Welcome back, you guys. I want to thank Rapidly for all their support and all their love, you guys. That was a fantastic website promo that I told you about that we have for small business entrepreneurs, you guys, helping everyone go digital. But before the break, okay, let's get back into this. What I was talking about, you heard me. Is the truth of it is that we think small, but we dream big. Let me unpack that for you, okay? Let me unpack it for you real quick. We do not care about being a millionaire. True entrepreneurs, being a millionaire is not what drives us. We never cared about the Mercedes. We never cared about the Rolex or the money. We would do this for free. What we do, typically, we would do it for free. That is the secret, the true entrepreneurship. Not businessmen, not executives, not corporate hounds, no, but true entrepreneurs. That's the secret. We would do this for free. But usually, we can at least earn enough to have freedom from a job. That's entrepreneurship 101. We can earn more in our businesses than we can on a job. Black Americans, we're former slaves and victims to Jim Crow. We had no choice. Having a job was not an option. That's the advantage of being a Black American. That was not an option for our great-grandparents, our grandparents. So I'm from a 4-generation entrepreneurship family. That sounds great on paper. That sounds great in the ebook. But the truth of it is, my great-grandpa couldn't get a job if he tried. He had to build homes by hand on his own, walking the streets, knocking on doors, asking to repair their fences. My grandfather had to be an exterminator, keeping cockroaches from your home and rodents from your home on his own. He couldn't get a job. My father couldn't get a job. The American school system ruined him. He went to KU in the United States, graduated from KU as an architect, not being able to read. He was a basketball star. So go figure back in those days. So it wasn't an option for us. So that being said, I'm talking to you. If you're sitting out there, you talented, you amazing, wonderful, and deserving former employee or disenchanted current employee, you frontliner with pre-existing conditions are crushed entrepreneur. I am talking to you right now. Maybe you're at the top of the corporate executive ladder, but you're faced with layoffs, furloughs, and you're hemorrhaging labor cost. But you're okay. But you feel it for your team members, your staff, people who have been there for their whole lives, people that you know have cancer or diabetes or children or a new home. But you got to let them go. Understand this. You can and you will do it. You can succeed in your own business. Yes, you can. You know the secret? You may have forgotten. The secret to you doing well, the secret to you succeeding in entrepreneurship, now that you have no job, just think small, baby. That's the secret. And let me unpack this. I promise you I would. I know you guys are thinking, oh my God, think big, think big. Okay, think small. Let me tell you why. I have an episode where I break down how to quit your job and survive. Okay, not just quit, but you survive. In that, I talk about breaking down your job income into $10 for how many t-shirts or something. Or I see how many of you would need to sell, how many t-shirts to replace your job, or how many dinner plates delivered to replace your job for your catering business, for example. And my hope was to inspire people to get into entrepreneurship as a choice. But for all of you out there feeling hopeless, searching for something new, like Ivanka said, don't be overwhelmed by what you see on YouTube. Don't be overwhelmed on what you think things cost. Don't be overwhelmed by any of that. Just think small. This is not the time for overambition. It's not the time for bling bling and Bentleys. This is survival mode for many, many people around the world. No matter how they act in public, people, you know how many times I've met someone, I've admired them, or they've made me feel less than or insecure just to get close and to find out they shit stink too. Oh, that's rented. Oh, that's not yours. Oh, you have $1 million in debt. Oh, you live with your parents, or all these things. But I was initially feeling like you. In America, one thing I hate that I see all over the world as an industry that we have lost in America, and it's the reason the United States has such a massive working poor class right now. Why we have a welfare state situation and bailouts and low-income housing, as well as racism, I believed. We killed the true startup. It's dead. The true startup in America is completely, utterly dead. In the United States, it is illegal. Illegal. The police will come, okay? And if you're black, you might get shot, handcuffed, put in jail for selling lemonade on the street, water on the street, T-shirts on the street, CDs out of your trunk. We've all seen a black man murdered, killed in front of the grocery store, the convenience store, selling cigarettes on the street. Did you know that? Okay, let me repeat that again, because y'all, let me explain this to you. And let me put a caveat first. In America, even bottled water, Big Mama's hot place is illegal probably. Driving is illegal. But then Uber and Grab made it okay, right? True small businesses or hustles are illegal in the United States. And at least suspect. Until the last couple of decades, being an entrepreneur was shamed in my country. And folks would just dismiss it and say, oh, just go get a job. They forget before we couldn't have a job. That hustle that could make you just $3,000 or $4,000 and allow you to leave that McDonald's job, that low-income part-time job, is usually illegal to do in the United States. Did you know that? And Americans, Westerners, if you're listening to my station, I've traveled the world and I work with all types of people. I have clients that were driving jeepneys and now they're multimillionaires in a buy and sell cosmetic company. In a third world country, people. I have clients that started off with nothing, living in a shanty. But now they have companies that are making millions for them. So around the world, a man driving a tricycle or a jeepney or with the food cart, an online shop, no website, people, just selling on Facebook and Instagram, a yaya, a houseboy, or even a personal driver can earn enough money to feed their family and never need to work at a fast food restaurant or a dead-end job or be working in America, but poor. Third world countries right now in COVID, there is no food lines. They're okay. But let's flip that around. I don't want to use this to attack my country. I want to use it to inspire. If we think small and we empower the tens of millions of Americans out there who are out of work right now to focus on just replacing their jobs, that is it. I said it before, I'll say it again because it's worth repeating. We need more entrepreneurs now, not employees. Forget all these get rich quick million views, $1 million funnels. They will just make you feel like a loser before you even start. They'll make you focus on money and not the source of the problems you have right now. Freedom. That is what you value right now. Understand this. 80% of successful entrepreneurs make less than $100,000 a year. How much do you make? If you don't make $100,000 a year at your job in America right now, then you should be able to look at entrepreneurship. Just think small. And remember, $100,000 a year in America, that's before taxes. And we all know that in America, taxes can be up to 50% of your income. So you're only taking home $50,000 anyway. Think small. Because as a business, you pay taxes last. So then you need to just make $50,000 in your business to feel like you're making $100,000 at a job. I don't want to get into legacy and leaving things for your kids. That's a whole nother subject. But if they're doing what they love, even though it's less than 100,000, they're not Elon Musk, but they love cooking. They love servicing businesses, being a fashionista, having their own clothing line. Today, the new thing is gigpreneurs. The entrepreneurs who are working from home, doing what they were doing as a job, but now they're in business doing that. They may have multiple clients as opposed to one or two jobs, but they're doing it. Companies are hiring them. It's the biggest emerging economy out in the world right now. The problem is most Americans don't know it. You're begging for the job, whereas the folks working in the Philippines and in India and all these other countries, if you go to Fiverr or anywhere like that, next time, look at the country they're working from. They're making enough money doing gigs to not have to leave their home to go out and get COVID. I'm just saying. Many low-end jobs, we know they have no overtime or benefits or salary increases anyway. So for these folks, being an entrepreneur of any type can be life-changing. So why are we keeping this stuff secret? We know this truth as successful, seasoned serial entrepreneurs. So why not just tell them? Help them get into the game. No longer can we afford to focus on the big boys exclusively anyway. Especially when what I see, is that without these small boys and girls, mom and pops, the big boys have no economy anyway. You follow me? If no one's buying phones because they ain't got no money, no job, what's going to happen to AT&T and Sprint? I know Cricket, they probably blow up right now again. Everybody's shutting off their AT&T and Sprint and going to Cricket. Prepaid. If you're around the world, they're getting prepaid. No one's getting the service. You follow me? If you are a rich, successful business person or executive, I'm not talking to you. Share this with someone that you know that is not, is asking you to borrow money. Share this with them. Think small. Don't look at what I'm doing. Don't look at what I've done. Don't look at my dreams. Don't look at my car. Think small for you. Because I'm talking to the 100 million plus who have lost their jobs, the 50 million plus who face or are still facing or have already been evicted. And as fellow CEOs, entrepreneurs, business people, we also know we're the ones laying these people off. We're the ones who click downsize. We're the ones who outsource. We're the ones who make the evictions. We own the property. We foreclose on them. Correct? So we know more than them. We know before them what's going to happen. So why don't we tell them? Think small. That's the secret. Do not focus on me. Replace you. Replace what you're doing. I saw an episode recently of Gary Vee. I'm an okay fan. He's okay. But one specific episode where he was consulting a franchise restaurateur, a white dude, two white dudes, if you're not familiar, two white dudes. And I think that the franchisee was successful restaurateur guy, old white, cool guy, cool hip, old dude. He had a taco restaurant. Maybe he was Spanish. Taco restaurant chain. And Gary Vee was listening to him about how to franchise, and then he wanted to franchise, but then he didn't want to franchise because then if he sold and they couldn't make the right tacos, then they would lose their the credibility of the tacos. And one thing that made me respect Gary Vee more than I ever did in all these years, because I'm a consultant like Gary Vee. And I would have said this too, and I've actually done this. But you don't usually hear white guys say this, especially to Spanish or taco business markets. The guy was worried about, he said, well, how many employees do you have He told them. They said, well, how many do you have that are good or been there a long time or a few years or whatever like that? Now, mind you, this guy's rich. He already has funding and things like that. So he said, well, why don't you empower, which is what we need right now more than ever, your top 20 or top 5 or top 1, whatever you decide, employees, put them into their own franchise. You know rich people, so go out there and get them the financing. They'll be 50-50 partners or whatever they decide on the whole deal paperwork thing. But why don't you empower and put these top employees that have been with you a long time into business? Because then you know they're making the baddest tacos. And more than likely, you're only paying the minimum wage or whatever like that anyway. So now, boom, they're in entrepreneurship with a franchise. Their success quadruples, baduples with a franchise. Then starting on your own with a little taco shop on the corner. The guy never thought about that. But you know what? That mentality is the mentality that we need right now. That's what we need right now, you guys. That's what we need. Because this is what's going on in America right now.
Very soon now, it's moving day for 25 million Americans. They'll be moving from their homes and apartments, from the places they've raised families and made memories. Not by choice, but because the Trump evictions are starting soon. The Trump foreclosures. He wrecked the economy.
With all of the trials and tribulations that we read about every night, much of it totally fake news.
And now heartlessly rejects even $600 a week to unemployed Americans.
So that people are going to want to go back to work as opposed to making so much money that they really don't have to.
The man in this house doesn't give a damn if you lose yours. On November 3rd, remember, it's America or Trump.
The Lincoln Project is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Having a good...
Everyone, you're looking for a getaway, you're looking to get out of the house, get out of the city, and to go someplace that is beautiful, tranquil, fresh, clean, fresh air. You guys, Karasuchi Villa is our place. Look at this fantastic place. Let's go. Flowers are amazing. The garden is amazing. Karasuchi Villa, located in the Cavite Tagaytay area, is a place that is amazing that you will never regret going to. The place is cover worthy. Look at this. Oh, pools, the house, gazebos, grounds. You guys, you can have your events here. You can have your weddings here. You can just grab the family and bring them to just get away and live in the villa, you guys. Okay, I want you to meet someone. This is Colin Richards, the owner of Karasuchi Villa. He is an amazing guy. He's wonderful. And hey, Colin, how are you doing, brother?
Hello, everybody. This is Colin Richards in Karasuchi Villa. Daily rentals, weddings in the gazebo, whatever.
Let's go. The house. Okay. They have a website, you guys, karasuchivilla.com. You can see all of their little bungalows, all their gazebos, see their prices. It's totally affordable. Contact them now, you guys. Bookings at karasuchivilla.com. Okay, their sons are amazing chefs. They've been all over the world, the United States, everywhere. Their cuisine is award-winning, you guys. The quality is amazing. Real steaks, real potatoes, real vegetables, you guys. And of course, they cater to you guys. Look at this gazebo.
Have your party here, your wedding. We've had Philippines ink tattoo competitions here. We've had magazine launch parties here. We've had getaways here. We've hosted American Embassy diplomats from the U.S. here. Look at this food. Okay, if you're in Bulacan, you get a special discount, you guys. They're a Bulacan Lifestyle Magazine accredited business, Cara Suchi Villa. They're going to host you guys. If you want to get out of the city, get out of the house, go here. Hey, you guys, thank you. Kareem Jackson live on the set, you guys. Philippines Magazine, Bulacan Lifestyle Magazine. And we are here to let you know Cara Suchi Villa is open for business. Your home away from home.
Three, two, one. We are live. Hello, world. Success is for everyone, baby. You're live on the set with Kareem Jackson. Yes, let's go.
Hope you guys grabbed your snacks. Hope you guys grabbed your cocktails, got refills, your coffee, whatever you're going to do, wherever you are, because we're getting back into this, okay? Let me tell you this. Think small. That is a secret to entrepreneurship. That's the secret that we do not tell people. Usually at this point, you hear about it in the way that we talk about skeptics, or people that didn't believe in us, or overcoming no's, or overcoming these things. Whatever that is, you were small. You were just trying to get a sell. You were just trying to get a buy-in. You were just trying to get your mama to understand what you were doing, your spouse, your husband, your wife, to believe in you. You were thinking small. Everyone doesn't come to you and say, I want to go to the moon. Some people just say, I want to open my own restaurant. And they shoot it down. But that thinking small, that is entrepreneurship. If you need to go find a job because you need to have money to eat right now, understand, entrepreneurs, we have the same fight or flight mentality, but we choose neither. We choose to think first. That's what we choose. But we've all had jobs. We've all waited tables. Every actor, celebrity you love, they've waited tables. So that's, if you look and do the research, they all started from somewhere. Being a Black American, I do realize we have that inherent former slavery and lynching paradigm, which allows us to achieve seemingly amazing accomplishments despite not being able to get a job or live in the city where our opportunities are. We inherently know how to take 10 cents and turn into $1 or more. You hear about that all the time. Gumbo, grandma's cooking. How'd you make that with all those ingredients? You know it, but you don't think about it because you're not thinking small. You're thinking big. You take for granted the small things that you, as a person who needs to get into entrepreneurship, can take right now to become and do what you want to do. So I am here to tell you the secret is to think small, not big. Going big, that's inevitable. That's organic. These guys that go into business from the big and their corporate have all this debt, all of those things, their paradigm doesn't fit you. So don't even look at that YouTube channel. Don't even look at that show. If you are a poor working class person or not working class person right now, that is your biggest advantage right now. If you're homeless, then you have little overhead. If you lost that big ass house and you're stuck in an apartment or on a sofa, then you are free from that high expense lifestyle leech. That is your advantage. You don't need to launch a business to be a millionaire. You launch a business to get off that sofa. Think small. Your goal is to get off of the sofa. Don't tell them your big dreams. I understand I get every meme out there tells you us opposite. Make your goal, because this is what we do. And every Black person out there, you listen to this, you know what I'm talking about. Get something in you that says, I don't give a damn about $1 million or a freaking car My goal for this business selling t-shirts or hot plates or whatever the hell it is to get off this damn sofa, to get out of this crap I'm in. That's the entire mission of the company. That's the business plan. That's everything. Because at the end of the day, people who know business, we can jump from that seed to faster than maybe you can. So it seems like we think big, but we don't. We think from where we are right now. You launch the business specifically to feed your family today. Focus on tomorrow. You do what you're going to do. You get into that, but you focus small. The issue now is there are too many employees and not enough business people. That's the issue. Even part-time entrepreneurs, husband works a job and the wife, dabbles in business or vice versa. This is the best time to be and become an entrepreneur. Just think small and not get overwhelmed by something. Success is for everybody. And yes, that includes you. Success is for everyone. Believe that. I want to let that sink in for a second, you guys. I want to let that sink in. I want you to understand how I feel about that. I want you to understand that at the end of the day, that's what all of this is about. That's why we do these things. You may not see this. You may not understand this. But if you ask any entrepreneur, they thought small in the beginning. That's the secret to it. That's how you do it. We're going to finish this show out pretty soon. We're going to come back. I'm going to talk about that, how you think small, in just 1 second. Hey y'all, it's Kareem Jackson. You are live on the set, and I miss my home for Juneteenth. I miss those homemade chitlins. I miss those bougie chitlins, y'all. Those little bougie chitlins. And I miss that grandma's chitlins. I miss that. But here in the Philippines, I found a place that's got chitlins. Papa Itan. Tang's Papa Itan in the Philippines, you guys. These folks, okay, first of all, they're sponsored by Bulacan Lifestyle Magazine, one of the favorite 500 places in Bulacan, probably one of their 100 best at Bulacan. You can connect with these folks, download the Bulacan Life app. It makes life in Bulacan a lot easier. Okay, craving some Papa Itan, you guys. Okay, Papa Itan is what they're calling chitlins. Look at this right here, you guys. These are bougie, wonderful, homemade. These are goat chitlins, y'all. They got pork chitlins, but they got chitlins. I've never even had goat chitlins before, but I had some just here in the studio. They are wonderful, and they lasted me for 2 days, you guys, eating them. Sauteed. They taste like this really great. If you ever had kinilaw or ceviche, they're like chitlin ceviche, you guys, in America. Foreigners, these are chitlins I found in the Bulacan, you guys. This place is awesome. They're located in Bulacan, you guys. They are wonderful. Please get down and try these guys out. For Filipinos that like Papa Itan, they're the best I ever had, you guys. But for foreigners who have never had chitlins, you guys, amazing. And they're just like from 60 pesos. That's it. And of course, they have crispy lechon, kawali, you guys. They've got crispy kari. Oh, I had kari too. That's fabulous, you guys. Anyway, you guys, 0995-173-9823. You guys, call them, support local, support this small business, you guys. This is what I had. Tell me this does not look good. That is my meal. Oh my God. You guys, thank you very much, you guys. Papa Itan, you guys, wonderful. If you guys have ever wondered what chitlins are like for Black Americans, this is it. Thanks, Bulacan Lifestyle Magazine, and thank you, Papa Itan. Make sure that you guys go ahead and subscribe. Stay tuned. Hey, you guys, we're going somewhere special. Your sweet choice.
presented by those guys over at Bulacan Lifestyle Magazine, baby. They've got all your great stuff, 500 favorites, 100 best of Bulacan people, places, and things, and get that Life app, you guys. It makes life in Bulacan just that much easier. Your sweet choice, home of that giant burger. Oh my God. Okay, right there along the highway, you guys, right in front of Grand Royale subdivision. You guys, they're located right there. Okay, let's go inside. It is the cutest little place. It's so cute. West Coast kind of style, Cali style, American style, bistro style. It is so cute. You guys, give them a call, 0977-254-8497. You guys, that's 0977-254-8497. Get that big giant burger, you guys. Your sweet choice. Okay, that's Joyce, you guys. Freshly made doughs by the chef/baker. She's phenomenal. Look at these ingredients, you guys. Fresh ingredients, fantastic dough, high quality flour. Okay, and you guys know it's made with love by Miss Joyce. I love her. She is so amazing. But look at this. This is that giant burger. For any occasion, look at this cake, you guys. Look at the chocolate. Look at the ingredients, the fresh strawberries, you guys. This is an awesome place. The quality ingredients, plus they've got pizzas, and of course, you know that's some fresh dough. Perfect for every celebration. They have these custom-made cakes, you guys, like Air Jordan, Doctors, everything, money cakes, and that is Governor Daniel Fernando. You guys love him. Well, he loves your sweet choice. Call them right now for inquiries, you guys. 0977-254-8497. Your sweet choice. You're gonna love it. Brought to you by Bulacan Lifestyle Magazine.
Three, two, one. We are live. Hello, world. Success is for everyone, baby. You're live on the set with Kareem Jackson. Yes, let's go.
Hey, welcome back, you guys. That was Your Sweet Choice and Papa Itan. Papa Itan is Tagalog, Filipino for chitlins. I was shocked when I heard that too. And I'm going to show you those because I'm showing you these are all small business people living their dream. The Papa Itan is a chef. They make it. They have a home business that they work out of, and they cater the Papa Itan. They're phenomenal. Karasuchi Villa turned their dream home when they retired into a resort, and they live in another home in the back on the same grounds. Small business. It's not Shangri-La, it's not the Hilton, but it's theirs. All of these small business people. Rapidi, franchise, owned by one great family, you guys. They're all living their life, and to us, they're thinking small. But for them, that is enough. That's enough. And I think that more of us need to understand that and really get down and really tell these folks, if you know someone out there that's trying to grow and to get into business, tell them the truth. Tell them the truth. At the end of the day, I started right where you are. Tell them the truth. If it's true for you. If it's not, then, you know, you can't identify. But many of us, we know exactly where they are, how they can start, what to have them do. We know exactly what that is. We know how it is to start from 0 and have to go to 10. We know what it is to mean the difference between a sale today and you eating tomorrow. In most countries, you can start wherever you're at and be an entrepreneur. You can sell food on the side of the street you made that day in your home. It's okay. Can be even nice. My family did that. We started a barbecue restaurant that we had in Ramona, California, USA. The chain started with my dad had a trailer in the back of his truck. And on the weekends, we would drive the trailer out and around different places, put the tables out, the chairs, the umbrellas, and we would make barbecue. That's what we did. It turned into the barbecue restaurant you later saw. But most folks don't document that part. They don't document that what we had was a trailer that we got for hookup to pull around and park. And then we could go, we got the money for some barbecue. We would have a certain amount every single day, our budget, and we would sell out. And that's how we survived. So understand, you guys, don't believe the hype. Start small, start where you are. Start with what you have to offer. And believe me, eventually that will turn into something big if you want it to be. But 80% of entrepreneurs out there are small business entrepreneurs. They're just happy that they don't have to work for someone. They can actually give jobs to other people. That's enough. And anyone out there in America right now that you are struggling with this conversation and you don't know how you're going to start small. Think of just getting off the sofa. Think of just having one small restaurant or one small boutique or one small construction company. Think of not selling a construction corporation, but think of selling one deck every month this summer. That's your business plan. I want to sell one deck every month this summer. That's what you focus on. And a deck might be $3,000 or $5,000, for example. You charge more for paying it, for staying it. Maybe if you get a deck, it turns into a house painting job. You feel me? But you think small. What's the smallest thing I can do to get in? Let me remind you what I talked about when I first started this off, because I think you guys might forget, because I want to remind you about this before I go. At the end of the day, when it comes to thinking small, you guys, I'm talking about small circles, small businesses, small networks. Now that you went through COVID, now that we all went through the same thing at the same time, you know who's real in your life. Whether it's family or friends or neighbors, whatever the hell it is, you know those 2, 3, 4, 5 real folks. Now you know how much you really made on that job or from that business that you had that you didn't like. You have a reality. Think small now. Start off with what you need. And like the other 80% of entrepreneurs, the goal right now is that there's no jobs, and we really need you. We really, really need you. We need you to go into business. We need you to get into entrepreneurship. We need you to be a gigpreneur. And if your company, like the guy with Gary Vee, your company, they're the ones that should help you and be your first customers. Okay, I got to lay you off. I can't afford graphic designers right now on staff. But I can outsource some work to you at home. But we can't afford the overhead, the seats, the chairs, the air conditioner, the water, the toilet paper, the computers. But help them get into business if that's what makes you feel good. But believe me, right now, especially in America, we need more entrepreneurs. We need more people out there starting businesses because there are entire economies, you guys, working online and living around the world. America, we need to get more into this. And what we need to do is think small, because for them in their country, us small is big. So you need to understand is that by you thinking small, your small is big to someone else. The key is you need to just get in the game. If you already have a business and you're struggling right now, you need to go ahead and jump into outsourcing. You really do. You need to outsource, and so you can focus on what you really do, what really makes the money, the core. There's some things you don't need every day. There's some things that maybe you can outsource now: logo design, animation, marketing, graphics, some distribution, sales, billing, collect. You don't need to do all that. Many restaurants, you need to maybe get rid of the whole dining room. You know what I mean? Downsize the restaurant. Focus on the kitchen, the food, and then the delivery, the app, the online selling. But you need to, the whole dining experience, maybe that wasn't your big money anyway. You know who I'm talking about. You know the restaurants that your food is really good, but don't nobody want to eat there. You know what I'm talking about. Or you're a restaurant that doesn't have seating anyway, like a taqueria, right? Focus on outsourcing to really outsourcing delivery and sales, a completely different business. But you look at it as a customer. Think small. And then it won't be intimidating for you. You guys tell your friends out there that are struggling right now to get this, to listen to this and understand they do not need to be intimidated by anything. There is nothing they can't handle. Tell them, let them know, you guys, that at the end of the day, we started off the same place that they did. Tell them the truth. Tell them how you did it. Tell them how hard it was for you. You know what I'm saying? Tell them that. Make sure they understand that when it comes down to it, you went through the same thing. There's nothing specific about them. Remind them that, you know what? Hey, I slept on a couch before. That's not new, baby. I did that. Because most of the time, there's no one to go to if you are just focused on right now. There's no one to tell about the struggle. 10,000 folks fill a gymnasium to hear about the success. But some people, they really need to know, how do you handle this struggle? That's what they need to hear about. They need to hear your drama. They need to be able to come to you like a shrink and say, I got you. I get the whole Bentley. I get it. What did you do when you were homeless? Give me that serious, because I'm homeless right now. What did you do when no one bought from you and you had no food? That's what they need to do. Then you will explain to them, you thought small, I'm sure. You had to fix that small issue. And for many people, happiness is right in between thinking small and dreaming big. I find my happy spot in between. In between. Freedom is number one to me. Freedom to live anywhere, to do what I want to do. Freedom, that's it. So my website, my online stuff is wonderful. And that really helps me do what I need to do. But for other people, that may not be the case. You guys, of course, Kareem Jackson, you are live on the set. I'm so glad that you've been here. This is the Minimalist CEO podcast. This is where I can really be direct and be true and talk to my real audience, you guys. And whether I like it or not, or whether people see it or not, my real audience is aspiring entrepreneurs or business owners that are already in business, but are aspiring to have more of a minimalist CEO experience in their life. And I've been getting this a lot from people understanding, I get you, I got this. But how do I start today? How do I do this right now? And I tell my clients, you could ask them, this is the truth. I say to them, how many of that do you need to sell just to pay for that? Okay, it's 5 pieces, 20 pieces. And I say, okay, let's start there. That's the goal right now. That's it. It may seem small to you, but you know what that means? It's profitable though. If profit's $20 or $20 million, it's still profit. And if you have a profit, no matter what, it makes you feel good. So that's why I say think small with my clients. Because I want them to understand is that we need to say, okay, in order to make this viable for me, I need to do this. And then we focus on that. This has been Kareem Jackson, you guys. I'm so glad that you guys are here. Thank you very much. Tune in next time, you guys. We're going to talk about this stuff again. I really appreciate it. Grab at KareemAntonio.com, you guys, or either on Google Play or the App Store. My new ebook, Outsource Everything. It tells you, kind of goes through and tells you how I did it, you guys, how I got there. And there's more of these, the Diary of a Minimalist CEO coming out. So keep me tuned in. Go over to LinkedIn, you guys, Kareem Jackson Live. If you guys want to do business with me or anything like that, I do business on LinkedIn. This is my fun spot, my happy spot. We do share these podcasts finalized and updated and the replays on LinkedIn, so you guys can see this. Kareem Jackson Live on LinkedIn. I'm glad that you guys are here. And of course, remember, think small, but start now. Hey, you guys, Kareem Jackson, you were live on the set. I've got some news to tell you. 10 years ago, I left California, USA on the beach, and I got on a plane. I went to the tropics, and I reinvented myself. I wanted to turn my dreams into reality. I had a great time, great friend. I published magazines, books. I meditated. I sipped coconuts, you guys. I had tattoo competition, weekly shows, and I want you guys to know I sat down, and I wanted to write step by step how I did it. How did I get free? How did I outsource everything? How did I get to where I could run my company from my laptop
and now I finished it. It is done. My new book, you guys, Outsource Everything, is out now. I finished it. I'm telling you all about how I gained my freedom, how I live in the tropics next to the beach in a beautiful lifestyle, and I still run my business. I outsource everything. My new ebook, it's out now, you guys. It's available right now, you guys. I made it to where freedom is here for you. You can get the same freedom that I did. It's totally possible, and it's totally doable, and this has never been a better time than to do it. Grab my new ebook, Outsource Everything, on Google Play and the App Store, you guys. And of course, KareemAntonio.com/my ebook. Outsource Everything. Outsource Everything, How to Be a Minimalist CEO by Kareem Jackson. An introduction for small business owners and entrepreneurs. Presented by Kane Co America and the Chongson Group.
To break free.
Oh my God, you guys are still here. Hey, okay, you guys, I'm so glad you're still here. I'm so glad you stuck around to the end because I want to show you some more about my book. I'm so excited about this. Outsource Everything, out now, you guys. It's out now. Go grab it. On my website, you guys, KareemAntonio.com. You can go to the App Store, any of these places, and go grab it. I want you to sit down, ponder this, and think about, why do I have the stress I have? Why am I working so hard? Why am I a slave to my business? Why do I not have more freedom? There's folks all over the world looking that can outsource to you. I'm going to introduce you to this, tell you why you don't need that new car, you don't need that bling bling, you don't need that house right now. Outsource everything. Get free. What good is that money? What good is all that fame and fortune if you are working every day like it's a job? Freedom is here. It's here for you, you guys. Grab my ebook, you guys. Outsource Everything. Google Play, the App Store, and of course, KareemAntonio.com/my ebook. Go grab it, you guys.
Three, two, one. We are live. Hello, world. Success is for everyone, baby. You're live on the set with Kareem Jackson. Yes, let's go.
Well, thank you again, everybody, for being here. I appreciate Kareem Jackson live on the set, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Remember, success is for everyone, and that means you too. So just think small, start where you are. Let's get started together. If you need any help with anything like that, we're always here at ask@KareemAntonio.com, you guys. You can see me live. I'm Kareem Jackson live on LinkedIn. We help you get everything you need to get started as well, like logos and logo animation, all that great stuff, you guys, to help you guys get out there. We got a promo right now for websites and all that as well. So you guys, we want to make sure that all of you know that it is not hard. You can do this, whether you're leveling up your business, going digital, or you are at home and you want to start that dream business, whether it's cooking, being a chef, being a caterer, being a driver, being a stylist, anything out there. Or if it's just that you want to do gigging, you want to do the job you did, you love what you do, but you can't work. There's no more job, but you want to do what you're doing. You want to do it from your home. We want to help you guys go through that. So KareemAntonio.com, go ahead and check that out, you guys. Send this video to a friend that you know that wants to go out there and go, but he knows he can't start because he doesn't have enough. Understand, this is going to be the great time for you. This is your time. Appreciate it. Thank you. Love you very much. We're out. Success is for everyone, including you.